Herald TV News Bulletin with me, Shalene. Although there is news that nearly 30,000 to 35,000 Russians have cancelled their plans to visit Goa this season due to the Ukraine-Russia conflict, it appears that as of now, demand from Russia and Kazakhstan tourists for Goa as a destination is very good. Although one cannot say what will happen if the Russia-Ukraine war escalates. As of now, the demand is good for Goa.
Each year, nearly 80 to 90,000 Russian tourists visit Goa. But 2020 and 2021 have seen a huge drop in the number of Russian tourists to Goa due to the COVID pandemic and also the nosediving Russian economy and currency. This year, tour operators in Goa are hoping for a revival. However, the Russian-Ukraine conflict has become a tourism crisis also. Some sources suggest that about 30 to 35,000 Russians have already cancelled their plans to visit Goa this season. However, industry stakeholders say that as of now the demand for Goa is still good. They say we cannot say what will happen if the war escalates.
People coming from Russia and Kazakhstan into Goa. Even from 15 December onwards, operators have put in daily flights from Russia and different places from Russia into Goa. So as of now, demand is very good. Of course, we understand the war is getting escalation is happening in Russia and Ukraine war. So we cannot say what will happen next. But as of now, it looks the demand is good for Goa. But if war escalates, definitely it will have a lot of big impact on to tourists coming from Russia, and it will overall affect charter operations into Goa. But as of now, the situation is quite good as far as Russian arrivals are concerned in Goa. But we don't know what will happen tomorrow with looking into the war situation which is prevailing right now.
Freddy Fernandez and Devin Gaunkar for Herald TV.
Spain left it late again. A goal in the 90th minute by substitute Lucia Corrales booked her team's place in the finals. The result left Germany crestfallen and tearful in the FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup semi-final played on Wednesday. Earlier in the evening, Colombia continued their fairy tale run in the FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup, entering the final with a sudden death 6-5 shootout victory over Nigeria at the PJN Stadium, Fatorda.
Now, Spain left Germany in tears to meet Colombia in the FIFA Women's World Cup finals in Navi Mumbai this Sunday. A goal in the 90th minute by substitute Lucia booked her team's place in the finals and left Germany crestfallen and tearful in the FIFA Under-17 World Cup 2022, while earlier in the evening, Colombia continued their fairy tale journey in the FIFA Under-17 World Cup, entering the finals with a sudden death of 6-5 shootout victory over Nigeria at the Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium in Fatorda, Goa. Now the victory takes Spain to Navi Mumbai for Sunday's finals against Colombia and gives them a chance to retain their title. The results also denied Germany's playing their first semi-finals ever a chance to play their maiden final, while on the other hand, Colombia continued their fairy tale journey, wherein, with a sudden death of 6-5 shootout victory over Nigeria at the Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium in Fatorda on Wednesday. Their maiden entry into the summit clash at any level, men's or women's, however, did not come without anxiety. After dominating the encounter, what with a string and seven opportunities, the lottery of the penalty shootout may have held ominous forebodings for the South Americans. It's Clinton D'Souza for Herald TV.
After over a decade, yet another tale of missing drugs has come to haunt the Goa police. Drugs seized from Isak Nadaf in 2014 are not traceable from the Mapsa police station's evidence room and at the court's Malkana, even as the trial before JMFC Mapsa is already underway. A massive hunt has been launched for the missing drugs.
There is yet another tale of drugs missing from Goa police custody. Although the seized ganja is not of a large quantity, drug is missing from Mapsa police station. The police sub-inspector from Mapsa police, who is the investigating officer, has reportedly blamed the head constable. The judicial magistrate has persistently demanded that the Mundemal property be brought for evidence. The ganja was seized from Nadda during a raid at Gandhi Chowk in Mapsa in May 23, 2014. Prior to the charge sheet in 2015, the inquiry officer had sent the drugs for forensic examination in July 2014. The Forensic Science Laboratory had returned the substance, confirming it was ganja. Bureau Report, Herald TV.
Seoli is home to several musicians, and it is the only village in Asia where one can spot the statue of Ludwig van Beethoven, a world-renowned German composer. Every year, Noite de Beethoven is celebrated in Seoli by the Friends of Beethoven. Pianist Dr. Marialena Fernandez returned to Goa to pay her tributes on Wednesday. This year, the love for Beethoven continued at Pinta Shapai Nivas, Gaonsawado, Seoli, with special performances by Marialena, Sonia Sirsat, Kim Costa, Alex, and Salom, a musical ensemble of Mapsa and Seoli singers. Noite de Beethoven was also dedicated to the 75th anniversary of India's independence.
The Friends of Beethoven and pianist Marialena Fernandez celebrated Noite de Beethoven in Sholem on Wednesday. The love for Beethoven continued with special performances by Marialena, Sonia Sirsat, Kim Costa, Alexis, and Shalom, a musical ensemble of Mapsa. Noite de Beethoven was also dedicated to the 75th anniversary of India's independence.
It all started many years ago because my dear friend Alex Fernandez, we have studied together 100 years ago, have been friends together, and when he told me that there's something he wants to show me, I came along at 3 o'clock in the morning one night and saw the statue, and I said, it's not possible that in a small village in Goa that such a great man is and nobody knows it. So we have since then regularly bringing musicians from all over the world to come here, and most of all to include local young singers, violinists and pianists and instrumentalists to take part. And our whole purpose is to make Beethoven alive and to make the whole world sisters and brothers in peace and joy.
I'm a soprano singer as a hobby, and this evening I will be singing Adela Ide, a German song. The music has been composed by Beethoven, and I'm going to be singing here for the second time.
Yeah, for odd reason you are doing this.
So Marialena invited me to sing with her as she will be accompanying me. So I took it as a great opportunity, and I will be presenting the song today.
Okay, yes.
Prasad Polji for Herald TV.
The struggles of Goan farmers do not seem to end. Many issues plague these hardworking men and women cultivating their fields across the state. From unseasonal rains to animals destroying their crops, the problems are endless. Now with the increased price of machinery, the farmers of Kitla Aldona are only facing losses.
Aldona farmers are upset over the increase in machinery rates. The machinery operator rents the machines for an hour in which farmers are expected to harvest the entire field. If the field is not harvested in an hour, the farmers are to pay the full price. The machinery operator rents out the harvesting machines for an hour within which farmers are expected to harvest the entire field. If not, they have to pay an additional price, leaving them upset. The farmers would earlier pay the rent on an hourly basis. The farmers will submit a memorandum to the Chief Minister, the Agriculture Minister, and the MLA to resolve this issue.
पण गव्हर्नमेंटान अशें केल्लें आसा की शेतकारांक फायदो करचे जाणून मिशीनकारांक फायदो केला. जी रेट 1200 आमी 2 वर्सां पयलीं दिताले ते आयज 1400 आमकां भरचे पडटा सबसिडीज प्रायस, आनी फूल प्रायस हा 2400 आसलो आनी आतां जाला 2800. जेन्ना शेतकारांक खंय तरी फायदो करूंक जाय आसलो, ते कितें उलयतात की एका वराक म्हणटा आमचे एका वरान म्हणटा 4000 एरिया कवर जावंक जाय, आनी जर तर ती ना जाली अर्दी तुजी जर जाली अर्दी म्हणटा फूल प्रायस दिवंक जाय. हो खंयचो कायदो? आमकां इतलीं वर्सां आतां लागून येयल्ली आहा की आमी वराच्या कोतार हें करता, टायम कितलो लागलो तेचेर आमी हें करता, हाफ रेटीन आमी पयशे फारीक करता. पूण ह्या वर्सा ते तशें ना म्हणटा. आनी आमचो हांगासर श्रीनिवास म्हणून येयल्लो आसा मशीनवालो, तो सांगता तुजो टायम बी आपल्याक कांय लागना, तुजें 114 दी म्हणटा. 114 आनी 4000 आहात जाल्यार 4000 तूं पयशे फारीक कर म्हणटा. तुका म्हणटा एका वराचे मेळटले फुल्ले फूल. अरे पूण केले ना सुद्दां तेजे पयशे मागतात हांगासर. आनी तुमकां जर प्रूफ जाय जाल्यार म्हाजे कडेन आनी एक रिसीटूय आसा. तेंचे बोगस कशें करता पळय ते तुमी पळया. ही जी रिसीट आसा, हे रिसीटीर तेंच्यांनी पळय कितें केलां, वयर आसा तो कार्बन घातला, सकयल कार्बन ना, सकयल तेंच्यांनी पेनान बरयलां. हे मातशें पळया रिसीट. हे पेनान बरयलां. हेंचे कडेन ह्याच नंबराची हांवें तेचे कडेन 75 मिनिट्स म्हणून घातला तेणी आनी हेवटेन 2000 घातल्या. आतां हीच तेंचे कडेन हांवें जेन्ना रिसीट ओरिजिनल मागली जाल्यार ओरिजिनल हेचेर तो दाखयता म्हाका हे 2000 आहा ते 700 रुपया दाखयता ओरिजिनल रिसीटीर.
2000 आहा ते 700.
म्हणजे हें कशें कितें? आं म्हणजे शेतकाऱ्यांक फटोवपाक करता काय गव्हर्मेंटाक फटोवपाक करता हे?
वरा प्रमाणे फारीक करताले ते कितले आसूं ते पयशे वरा प्रमाणे फारीक करताले आनी वरा प्रमाणे हें करताले. आनी ओनो इश्यू जालो असो की लुवपाक स्टार्ट केले तेंच्यांनी मिशिनान आनी जी जागो आसा शेताचो तो 100 स्क्वेअर मिटर आहा जावं 200 स्क्वेअर मिटर आहा त्या प्रमाणे ते म्हणटात ते पयशे घेतात असो इश्यू जालो. आनी दुसऱ्यान चड इश्यू जालो खंयसर सांगचो म्हटल्यार तुका एका शेताक खडपां येयल्लीं आहा ती सुटल्या. ते काय तितक्या कुडक्याक शेत करिनात आनी त्या कुडक्याचे अर्ध्या कुडक्याचे तेंच्यांनी लुल्ले पळय ते पयशे फारीक करपाक जाय जाल्यार ते अर्धे खडपां येयल्ले आहा पळय ते शेताक पळोवन तेंच्यांनी पयशे आख्ख्या शेताचे पयशे घेतल्या. म्हणून खंयच्या कायद्यान हे पयशे घेतले काय म्हणून आमी विचारपाक हाती इश्यू जालो. जाल्यार आमकां हे फावटीक विचारतात सांगतात ते कितें जाणां एरिया प्रमाणे पयशे फारीक.
प्रकाश करेकर for Herald TV.
Kandli veterans registered a win over Sunday footballers Kurtari veterans 4-1 and moved into quarterfinals of Batora United Veterans Football Tournament organised by the Batora United Veterans Kurtari at St. Alex Church Ground on Wednesday.
Kandoli veterans registered a win over Sunday footballers Kurtari veterans 4-1 and moved into the quarterfinals of the Batora United Veterans Football Tournament. The first goal for Kandoli veterans was scored by Patrick in the first half after 15 minutes. Caetano followed by scoring 2 goals for Kandoli veterans in the 20th and 34th minutes respectively. In the second half, Milagros scored for Sunday footballers Kurtori. Cheetu scored a wonderful goal for Kurtori veterans in the 60th minute and made it 4-1. Inasia Narona for Herald TV.
The first charter flight of the tourist season arrived at the Dabli airport from Kazakhstan on Wednesday, bringing along 180 passengers. The passengers were given a grand welcome with a traditional Goan brass band. This is the first charter flight to arrive in Goa after a gap of 2 years due to the COVID pandemic.
The first charter flight of the season arrived at the Dabli airport from Kazakhstan. This is the first flight to arrive in Goa after a gap of 2 years due to the pandemic. In a week, around 4 to 5 charter flights will arrive in Goa from Kazakhstan and Moscow. Approximately 120 flights are expected to arrive in Goa this season.
The first flight landed in Goa today with 180 passengers. The flight is from Kazakhstan and this is the first flight after the pandemic, the post-pandemic, and everybody are excited, including all the suppliers of Goa, the hotels, the tour operators, all the vendors, everybody are excited because of the after a 2-year-long gap. The first flight is landed today, and we will be having approximately 4 flights or to 5 flights a week into Goa from Kazakhstan as well as from Moscow included. And together we would do around approximately 120 flights this particular season, and especially after the post-pandemic, it's a very, very big success with the current situation in Europe and other parts of the world. And I'm sure Goa is going to be rocking the season with on these arrivals as the first, like a new beginning. And I'm sure in the coming years it's going to only enhance and grow multifolds, and Goa is going to be one of the most popular destinations of the world. Thank you, sir.
Kiran Borkar and Sagun Gaude for Herald TV.
The Old Goa Police on Wednesday filed an FIR against the villagers of Gawantwado, Kumbhajoa for unlawfully restraining, abusing and physically assaulting a mentally challenged young woman. The young woman was beaten up by locals at Kumbhajoa on the suspicion that she was a child kidnapper. A video had gone viral where locals were seen questioning and assaulting the young woman.
The Old Goa police filed an FIR against unnamed villagers of Kombucha for unlawfully restraining and abusing a mentally challenged woman. The woman was beaten up by locals at Kombucha on suspicion of being a child kidnapper. The woman was immediately brought to the Old Goa police station for verification. She was missing since 24th October from her residence in Marcel. Her parents were contacted and she was admitted to the IPHP Bambalam. Mapsa Police Inspector Paresh Naik told media. Prakash Kadekar for Herald TV.
The Ponda bus stand is in a pitiable condition after braving the rain for the past 4 months. The passengers are now facing the hot sun as the KDC bus stand repair work at Ponda is progressing at a snail's pace. 4 months ago, government declared KDC bus stand as dangerous and unsafe for use and barricaded it from all sides. The temporary bus shed constructed for passengers before commencement of repair to old permanent shed is so small that only few passengers can be accommodated in it, while rest were forced to face the elements of the nature. Also, there is no provision made for the passengers to sit.
After braving the rains, passengers are now forced to face the hot sun as KTC bus stand repair work progressing slowly. The temporary shed constructed for passengers cannot accommodate all of them. There are no provisions made for the passengers to sit and the roads are full of potholes. There is also overgrowth of bushes, reducing the place for parking at the bus stand.
नमस्कार, हांव आसा सध्या फोंडा आमचो न्यू कदंबा बस स्टँडा ताजेर आसा. हांगा तुमी पळयतले की हो जो बस स्टँड आसा हो रिपेर वर्क चालू आसा कितें दीस जाले आनी फाटल्यान म्हजे पळयतले जे लोक बसीक उबे रावल्या जे प्रवासी आसा एक रखरखीत वत पडलां की हांगा सहन जायना इतलें वत एक कडक आसा आनी हांगा जे पॅचीस पडिल्ले फाटल्या दिसांनी आमी हाजो इशू केल्लो जो सगळ्या मिडियान तेन्ना ते आतां पॅचीस मारले तेय बी आतां वयर आयल्या परत खड्डे पडपाक लागल्या. तेन्ना रिक्वेस्ट आसा म्हाजे कडेन जे डिपार्टमेंट हें काम करता हें संत गतीन कासवाच्या चालीन हें काम जें चालू आसा तें काम मातशें बेगीन घेवचें कारण हांगा 2 ते 3 मानाय दिसचे पडटा. येदे व्हडले ते बस स्टॉपाक फक्त 2 मानाय कार्यान्वीत दिसचे पडटा ते दोगूच जाण काम करता टुकू 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 करून तें केन्ना जावपाचें. हे लोक जे प्रवासी हांगा वत भोगता हे वतान जे त्रास काडटा ते कमी करचे अशें म्हजी गव्हर्मेंटा कडेन मागणी आसा, सरकारा मागणी आसा, PWD डिपार्टमेंटा कडेन मागणी आसा. प्लस कदंबा कडेन जे KTC हांकां हे जो बस स्टँड लागता तांचे कडेन मागणी आसा की जाता तितले बेगीन हे बस स्टॉपाचें काम करचें कंप्लीट करचें आनी लोकांक न्याय दिवचो. तुमी हांगा सायडीन पळयतलें गटर आहा पूण गटर खंयच दिश्टी पडना. गटर सगळें पॅक जाल्लें आसा आनी झाडी इतली वाडिल्ली आसा 4 मिटर सुमार ही झाडी आसा रस्त्या वयल्यान आनी गाडयो लोकांक रस्त्यार पार्क करचे पडटा. जर ही झाडी क्लीन केल्ली जाल्यार गाडयो आनी भितर वतल्यो आशिल्ल्यो आनी सुरक्षीत उरतल्यो आशिल्ल्यो. हे कंप्लीट तुमी झाडी पळयतले हांगाच्यान स्टार्टींग पॉयंट पर्यंत फूल झाडी आसा. दोन्ही सायडीन तुमी पळयतले की कांयच क्लिनींग जाल्लें ना. तर ह्या पंचायती कडेन मागता जे कन्सर्न पंचायत आसा जे PWD डिपार्टमेंट आसा हाका लागता हे गटर क्लीन करचें, हे झाडी झुडवी आसा ही सगळें क्लीन करचें हांगा जाता तितले बेगीन हांगा लोकांक बरें पार्किंग करपाक मेळटा आशिल्लें सुरक्षीतपणे आनी पावसान उदकूय वचून रस्तोय बरो उरतलो आशिल्लो. रस्तो पेड्ड्यार जावपाचें कारण कितें कारण गटर पॅक जाल्या सो उदक सगळें रस्त्यार येता आनी ताका लागून हो रस्तो गेल्लो आसा. तेन्ना मागता परत एकदां मागणी करता सगळ्या डिपार्टमेंटा कडेन जो हाका लागता की जाता तितले बेगीन गटर निवळ करून घेवचें. जे बरोबर तिजो विराज सबरे द वॉयस ऑफ फोंडा.
Bureau Report, Herald TV.
That's all we have in today's news bulletin. Thanks for watching Herald TV News. For more news alerts, please follow us on O Heraldo on Facebook and Twitter. Take care and goodbye.